Austin, welcome to the channel. My name is Randy White, and this is Live Your Life in Austin, Texas, where I talk about the people, places, and properties that make this place special. But today, we're gonna do something a little wacky. We're gonna talk about the reasons that you should not move to Austin, Texas. Now, before we get started, if you think that you know of a reason why you should not move to Austin, Texas, then drop a comment below and let's hear from you. Otherwise, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button as you watch my video so that YouTube knows that you guys like my stuff. All right, let's get started. First up on my list is that Austin's just changing and it's different. So if you visited Austin 20 years ago and you got this charming, small town, quirky, weird vibe that you are trying to come back to and plug in, it ain't here anymore. There are pockets of classic Austin because the city really does cherish that culture, that are holding on to it, they celebrate it, and they do a really beautiful job of letting us feel and remember the spirit of Austin in that way. But the secret is out of how cool Austin is and was in the past. And so it has blown up and there are new things to be excited about and there are new adventures to be had. But if you are holding on to an idea of what Austin was in 1990, it's not that anymore. So that would be one particular reason as far as Austin changing that I would recommend that you don't come here for, because it ain't there. An additional note on Austin changing and being different that might deter you from wanting to move here is that it's a lot of growth happening. So we've got construction happening. We have expanding freeways. We are building out infrastructure to accommodate all of our new neighbors in town. And so that can be a little frustrating for people that are just trying to look for some peace and quiet, to be suddenly immersed inside of a giant project that is not going to be done anytime soon. On the flip side of that, I'm excited. What is Austin going to look like in 5-10 years? And I know that that's going to be a really unpopular comment for people that have been residents here for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And I am sorry that cities change over time and that things that you felt were special may be gone now. And that is a hard part about time. But I'm excited to see what's to come, what Austin is putting together. I think they do a good job of paying attention to who lives here and what do they want and how can we make it better. And I think that all of the new adventures to come are just going to be exquisite. The next one on my list of reasons that you should not move to Austin, Texas is of course going to be the weather. It's hot. And I know that a lot of you out there are going to say, bah, I've been to Mexico or I've spent my 7 days in the Bahamas. I know what hot is. Do you though? Do you know what hot is? Especially when you've been baking in it for 4, 5, sometimes 6 months out of the year. Do you know what it feels like to be hot in the month of August when you run on a 30+ trend of 100 degrees or more? Because that's typical. After we've already been going through high 90s for May, June, and July, and then we cap it off with almost a guarantee in August of running over 100 degrees for the entire month. And then even after that, we usually don't even let up. So September is also freaking hot. And then sometimes it's even still hot for Halloween. Make sure that you understand what you're signing up for because it's shocking. It's surprising even for Texans who have been here the whole life. You're so tired of being hot. When we get to the winter, my Midwesterners out there and the Northeast people, and you guys experience some extreme winter. So you know what it feels like to deal with winter storms and to have the snow and the ice and you have your tools and your cars are ready to go and everybody's got their systems in place and they've been doing it since they were babies. Well, welcome to Texas for during the winter storms when nobody knows what they're doing. It's going to be annoying to you. You're going to be like, are you guys crazy? Like, this is just a little bit of snow or ice, but we are crazy when those winter storms come in. And the winter storms are happening more and more. So we're having it like once, maybe twice per year where everything shuts down. And how infuriating is that for people that like look around and think like, really? For a little bit of ice? When it comes to moving to Austin, you need to realize and understand what I mean by heat. Okay. It's not just a vacation of it being hot. It's half of your year. And then the winter time for people that understand and know what to do during those freezes and the snowstorms. Well, we don't. And you're going to need to be our neighbor and hold our hand through that. Next up on my reasons to not move to Austin, Texas is inspired actually by experiences that I've had with my buyers as we house hunt. And that, my friend, is going to be critters. You heard me. Critters. Texas is like a little mini Australia inside of the United States. I know that we'll never compare to Australia at full size because Australia is absolutely nuts with what they have crawling around their place. But we do have more than people are used to whenever they come from out of state. And so I need people to realize that when you're going to become a Texan, you're going to need to be prepared for cockroaches, mosquitoes, squirrels, possums, spiders, and rats, mice. They are here. They show up in our inspection reports. They show up on showings, and it really alarms people, and it should if it shows up in our showing, because the showing should be immaculate. But people are alarmed when they see these things and they think that something is wrong with that house. But honestly, for the most part, the houses here just shelter these things because they're around. And so we just do our best to mediate it and be on top of it and maintain it and make sure that we keep them at a distance and keep them outside. But if you are like some buyers that I've had where that is just an absolute hell no, then you might want to go ahead and research all of the different critters and bugs that happen here in the state of Texas before thinking and realizing that maybe you want to be a resident here. Up next on my list of reasons to not move to Austin, Texas is that it's a car town, baby. And maybe that is a reason why you want to be here. Maybe you've got 2, 3, 4, 5 cars that you're looking for reasons to drive. And if that's the case, then come on in, baby. But if you are one of those people that really thrives on a high walkability situation and you want to bike everywhere and you want to use the rail line and you want to be on the buses, this is not the place for you. We are working on it with a program called Project Connect, and I will put that link in the description below so that you can see the work that Austin is putting towards it. But that's a 20-year plan. And while Austin has gone farther than other cities in the state of Texas as far as providing public transportation, it's just nowhere near what other cities in the United States offer. If you are coming here thinking that you're going to be able to sell your car and get around town on your bike and your feet, then you got some more research to do and maybe even consider that Texas and Austin is not the right fit for you at this time. If you can have some patience, and if you like what you see on the Project Connect link that I'm providing below, then it'll be here soon. Will it be as expansive as the New York City subway system or the San Francisco BART system? No, but it will be better than it is today. All right, my last reason of why you should not move to Austin, Texas is going to, of course, be those property taxes. I have this weird debate within myself as a homeowner here of like watching my home value going up and up and up. I'm like, that's wonderful. My asset is appreciating. But then I get my property tax bill and I'm like, damn it, my house appreciated. It's a hefty bill. Texas does not charge an income tax, and so they heavily depend on property taxes. In addition to that, the city of Austin and surrounding counties, of course, are going to push through bonds to be able to do work on the city and the surrounding areas and put in our ideas, put our ideas into motion. Project Connect, we discussed about that earlier in the video. Well, that was an enormous bond that will be paid through my property taxes. So when I voted yes or no to Project Connect, I had to think deeply, do I want to increase my property taxes any more than they already are? That's just like front and center before I even decide, do I want to train or not? Property taxes are constantly in your face as a homeowner here. You really need to pay attention to what you're voting for and to realize that it will directly affect your bottom line on your monthly payment as a homeowner. And you know how the government works. Once that tax goes up, you really don't see it come back down. That concludes my video for you today of reasons to not move to Austin, Texas. Hopefully they didn't deter you too much, because in the end, I would love for you to be my neighbor. And if you are considering buying or selling in Austin, Texas, then please reach out to me. You can contact me at my email, RandiWhiteATX@gmail.com, or you can visit my website, which is in the description below, RandiWhiteATX.com, and contact me through there. You can also begin your home search. If you liked what you saw in this video, please don't forget to leave a like and a comment so that YouTube knows that I'm putting out good stuff for you guys. Did I miss anything? Any other reasons that you should not move to Austin, Texas? Then drop it in the comments below and let's discuss it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.